Indeed, India's Jessica Taneja joins us live on this. Hi Jessica, after the second round of talks, both nations describe the talks as positive. Third round of talks today with a lot at stake. The talks in fact have the potential to reshape regional and global security. What can we expect this time?
Right, as you pointed out, this time they're going to be discussing the technicalities of the deal that is to be reached with Iran. Remember, it was Donald Trump who wrote to Ayatollah Khomeini, the supreme leader of Iran, just about a month ago, talking about how they want to reach a deal with Iran as soon as possible to find a peaceful solution to this. And it was him back in 2018 that had scrapped the JCPOA, or the Joint Commission Plan of Action, on the deal that was signed by the Obama administration in 2015. Now, when we talk about the technicalities that are to be discussed by the two teams, as you said, the United States being represented by Steve Witkoff and Iran by the foreign minister Abbas Araghchi. So the details that we are expecting from that to be fleshed out today would particularly stick to the points where what is to be done about the sanctions on Iran, and secondly, what about restrictions, especially when it comes to Iran's nuclear program, and a term limit to that. Now, if you recall, the one in 2015, the JCPOA that we talked about, expires in October 2025. It had a term limit of 10 years. Perhaps 20 years. And with this, this is the point of contention that Trump had raised in 2018, that you cannot have a term limit to this, because according to him, Iran cannot be trusted to further develop its nuclear program to the effect where it could see more weapons in the country. So the demand from the United States side right now for this deal is that Iran completely dismantle its nuclear program. Earlier there were talks about the US officials indicating that Iran could have a limited nuclear program where it could use the nuclear fuel for enrichment to the effect where it could be used for civil energy purposes. But the trust deficit between the two, and you've seen the reactions from the Iranian side, the Iranian foreign minister pointing out to the effect that red lines cannot be crossed by the United States, and it cannot use threatening language against Iran. So definitely a very contentious moment, and the technicalities, as I pointed out, are going to be discussed, and what comes out of it is what we'll have to see in the coming future, Siddharth.
Jessica, Iran has been saying its right to enrich uranium is non-negotiable. Is it likely to impact the negotiations?
Well, yes, because that is what you heard from the Iranian foreign minister as well, that this is non-negotiable. Iran will continue to enrich uranium. It's said that under the JCPOA, which was signed during the Obama administration in 2015, roughly around 10% was agreed upon, but it was later found that 60% of it, uranium enrichment, was reached, and as we all know, 90% is where it would lead to weapons grade uranium enrichment. So of course, difficult terms of negotiations between both the sides. You heard from the Iranian leader, supreme leader Ayatollah Khomeini, who had responded in a sense where he said that he's neither optimistic nor pessimistic about the deal moving forward. But Donald Trump, on the other hand, like his previous scrapping of the deal, has said that if Iran doesn't agree to a nuclear deal, there will possibly be a military action, and of course Israel in the picture as well. So things could get a little complicated, but right now there are potential negotiations for a peaceful deal where Iran could use its uranium enriched domestically for civil energy purposes, but that is the bone of contention. In fact, if you read from the reports, the Iranian foreign minister Abbas Araghchi had also made this offer to the US companies that they could come and invest and perhaps help build their civil energy program in the country, if that is to be considered. But these are closed door discussions and highly contentious, especially given how this debate has been going on for many years, and Iran again being a signatory to the NPT, so there are a lot of expectations on the table from both sides. So that
you're right, Jessica, a lot of expectations this time around as the third round of talks between US and Iran is underway. We'll have to wait and see whether a solution could come out from this particular talk or whether it will be pushed to the fourth round, but we leave it there. Thank you so much, Jessica.